Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a good day out there today. This is your boy Iram Spirituality. I just want to bring up a quick topic, and this is for those of you that are going to churchgoers and religious people. So, I used to go to church about two years ago. I was involved in a church. I went for about 8 months. Eventually, I left because it just seemed like a whole lot of bullshit at the end of the day. The pastor was asking for money every time we went there. Uh, Fucking his preaching was mainly revolved around making the members feel guilty, so that they'll come back to the next one, and just a whole bunch of shit like that. So just a bit of an awareness. If you're one of these people that goes to churches, and you do find that like your heart keeps telling you that it's just something that's not right, like then you need to listen to your heart and follow your heart. Because at the end of the day, fucking no one actually knows what the truth is. And a lot of these churches are fucking scamming the shit out of their members. And there's all these mega churches around now. I mean, when I was going to church, the pastor had this big fucking house, like fucking 3 cars parked in his driveway. He was always flying around the fucking world. And I just used to wonder, where the fuck are you getting all the money from? You don't work to do all of this stuff. You don't have a job. All you do is read your fucking Bible a few days a week and then come and preach a fucking sermon. And I know that some of yous are, you have a strong desire for God. We all do. It's all inside of us. You can't deny it. If you do deny it, it's just gonna fucking eat away at you. I mean, most fucking atheists, when they're on the brink of death or when they're in trouble and no one's there to help them, they call out to God. And a lot of them admit that when it came to the crunch, the first fucking person they called out to was God. No, I've never been able to understand why God needs all this money when He's the creator of the universe. Why would someone so powerful want your hard-earned money? Now, I take into consideration the 7 Hermetic principles and the principle of exchange, or the law of cause and effect. What you do for others, it'll come back to you. So if you give money to other people, then you're going to get things back. It might not be money, but it will be something, because you're giving. It's just the principle. It's the way that the universe operates. Cause and effect, karma. What you sow is what you reap. When some of the things these churches they teach, and they don't take into account the full story. I mean, if you follow your history back, the Bible has not only been watered down, but there's a lot of omissions have been made. Scriptures have been taken out, removed, twisted around. And when Constantine was the emperor, apparently he had 14 books removed from the Bible. Now, for all you church-going Christians out there, there's a lot of other gospels out there that were written by people that actually walked with Jesus. People that are talked about in the Bible, but their books aren't included. And these books, they revolve around enlightenment, around you becoming aware of your environment. Whereas if you look in the Bible, the majority of the stuff that's in there, it's made to make you feel guilty. It's made to so that you can develop a slave mentality. Do you get it? One of the things the pastor used to say to me at our old church was, and I've heard a lot of other pastors say this, it wasn't just that church, it's a lot of Christians walking around saying stuff like, if you don't pay your tithes, you're stealing from God. You're robbing God. And then they'll use scriptures to back up what they're saying. They'll go through and they'll pick out all the scriptures that they need to support the foundation of their denomination. And then they'll fucking disregard the rest. They'll take into account the ones that they need in order for their churches to thrive, and they'll just fucking ignore the rest and pretend like they're not even there. And when you question them about it, they'll fucking deny it or find another way to justify it, or they'll fucking get the other members of the church to agree with them and make you look like you're in the wrong. Why not question everything? I mean, don't go there and just do what your pastor tells you to do. That's just stupidity in its purest form. Going there and just doing exactly what they tell you to do without doing any research or making any inquiries. You might as well just fucking go and jump off a cliff, because that's the equivalent of what you're doing. They're manipulating you and using you for your time, energy, and money. They teach you also that God is like a dictator. And then after that, they tell you that he loves you. They make out that he's sadistic by telling you that you're going to burn in hell and get tortured. But he loves you. I mean, it's like me. If there was a little kid was in the middle of the road and a car was coming, and I ran in and rescued him, and then the little kid tells me, I don't want to be rescued, can you put me back? Am I going to put him back? Of course I'm fucking not going to put him back. But that's what they teach you that God's like. They tell you that once you're saved, you can be unsaved. Once you've got salvation, that if you don't do what God tells you to do, then you're going to hell. So it's like saying that God fucking went and rescued you from the middle of the road, and you said, oh, hang on, God, I don't want to be rescued. And then so God said, oh, yeah, sweet as, we're going to put you in the fucking middle of the road and watch you get fucking rammed by a truck, splattered all over the road. That's what they're teaching, what God is like. And then they try and justify it, saying, but you wanted to go back into the middle of the road. Fuck, if the little kid told me he wanted to go back in the road, I'm going to fucking put him back there because he told me he wants to go into the middle of the road. Fuck, I'm going to go and tell his family. Your kid's got a death wish. Fucking, what are you going to do about it? I'm not just going to stand here and watch a kid die. I just can't get over it. Blinded. And people are taking advantage of it. A lot of people are vulnerable when things go bad in their life. They turn to God, and then all these ravenous wolves jump onto that and take advantage of them. I mean, not once did I hear any Christians when I was at church saying, what happened to Jesus after he was 12 years old? Because none of that stuff's in the Bible. And all of a sudden he appears at 30 years old. That's 16 years. 16 years, no record of Jesus in the Bible. Yet, if you study history and do your research, you'll find that Jesus was in India. There's accounts of him passing through India. There's accounts of him in Egypt. There's accounts of him in Tibet. Spiritual places. A lot of these Christians think that Jesus just fucking was born of a virgin, fucking 12 years old, went and fucking just disappeared into thin air, and then came back when he was 30 and decided he was going to change the world. On top of that, the religion itself is the most corrupt religion in the world. Along with, well, we know which ones they are. Yeah, anyway. Just a little bit of a rant. Wake up. Wake up. The world is your oyster. It's all yours. God created you to be a God. Psalms number 82. Chapter 82. Psalms chapter 82 verse 6, it says, "But you are gods. You are children of the Most High." God created you to be a God. God created you in His image. And God said He created you in His image. He didn't mean physically. He meant in all other aspects. He meant in regard to power. He meant in regard to wisdom and knowledge, supernatural abilities. That's what He meant when He created you in His image. I don't tell you these sort of things in church. God created you to be powerful beyond measure. God wants you to be rich and wealthy. Not so much physically, but spiritually. Because when you are spiritually rich, material possessions no longer matter. Because you develop an understanding that the physical realm is temporary. Your body's going to pass away. Things in the physical realm are deteriorating every day. Some people think they're going to live forever, physically. But that's their belief. They want to believe that, they can believe that. I mean, at least it's a healthy belief. And not an unhealthy belief like everything that's coming out of my pastor's mouth is gospel. I mean, just be aware. Be aware of these kinds of people. I mean, Jesus called them wolves in sheep's clothing. That's what they are. They come across nice, friendly. They'll even do nice things for you and take you nice places and buy you nice things. But at the end of the day, they've got a hidden agenda. They want your time, your energy, and your money. They want your children, your families. It's all about their own selfish gain. It's all about their image. They don't want to look bad. But at the end of the day, what's in the darkness will always come to the light. The principle of correspondence. I'm making a YouTube channel anyway. I made this spiritual channel so that I could find spiritual-minded people to have spiritual conversations with them, and so that we can spiritually enlighten one another. And I hope that you support this walk, not for myself, but for yourself and for your family. Knowledge is power, and we all have it within us. Our heart and our intuition will always guide us as long as we're sensitive to it, as long as we don't keep drowning it out with material stuff, food, alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, sex, TV, social media addictions, codependency, work, going to jobs and being someone's slave. Some of you might enjoy your jobs, but at the end of the day, what a job does is it kills off your spirit of entrepreneurship. It stops you from thinking, how can I make money with my talents and my abilities? Instead, you just get used to receiving a paycheck every week. It's a lazy kind of mind. I'm not disrespecting anyone either. I mean, some of you are stuck in that because you've got families to support. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, it promotes a certain way of thinking. One that's not going to make you wealthy. You're never going to get wealthy if you work for someone and be someone's employee. Your employer will get rich off you. I've worked for shitloads of them. millionaires. And while they're sitting, driving all their flash cars and sitting up on their high horse, you're going out there every day making them all that money and they're paying you peanuts. I used to make thousands for one company I worked for, and they would let us know how much we made for them. And then they'll pay us a fucking tiny little minute percentage of that. At the end of the day, I thought, life is too short for this. I need to find a way to make my own streams of income. And then I found out that, my energy is my currency. I don't actually need fiat money to survive. I mean, I've been surviving all this time, and here I am. I don't have tons and tons of fiat money, but I have enough influence to be able to have a roof over my head, food every day, drinking water every day, social media access and internet access every day, a vehicle that runs, a legal vehicle that runs, and I have other people in my life that are on the same buzz, that are on the same journey, and they're doing the same thing. Because they know that money and material possessions are not everything. People are everything. But people can't be what they want to be if other people are using them and manipulating them for their time, their money, and their energy by telling them lies or things that aren't fully true, or their own interpretation of truths, rather than bringing all the facts together and going from there. I hope someone gets something out of this video anyway. Or I hope I can attract some spiritual-minded people into my life. Become spiritually enlightened. I'm going to get back to what I was doing anyway. I just that sort of stuff just popped into my mind. I thought I'd make a video about it. I hope you all stay blessed anyway. I love each and every one of you. And I want to see you all become spiritually enlightened, awakened. We need to wake more souls up, more people up, so that people are aware of what's going on this planet, because there's a lot of nasty and dark shit going on at the moment. A lot of dark spirits out there doing dark things. And if you look around, you can see it everywhere. And we don't want that sort of stuff rubbing off on our children, because they're more vulnerable than we are. I mean, it's not something I'm afraid of myself. It's something that I'm seeing happen to other people now that I'm outside of its influence. All I'm trying to do is make other people aware of it. No hate, just nothing but love. God bless. Stay blessed, stay positive. Hope you all have a good day. And I hope your journey blesses you. Peace.